Hi, this is Doug Upstone, and he's Raphael Esparza, and we are both Doc Sports experts. Today, we are here to talk about Super Bowl betting, specifically betting advice for the big game. Now, this season, yours truly had a terrific football season going, and I'll be honest, the playoffs haven't been as kind to me. Okay, so I'm looking to put a nice punctuation mark with the Super Bowl on a fine season. Now, Raphael, he's come blazing down the stretch. Okay, in football, he's up over $5,200 in his 5 unit or higher plays, which are his best bets. One thing I have to say, I'm lucky. I think we're all lucky to catch Raphael here because normally I think, what do you do, Raphael? Like 100 radio shows a week. So we was able to squeeze in a little space for us and do this video with us. So Raphael, why don't you share with the viewers what's been going on with football and what's just going on in general?
Yeah, let's face it. I mean, granted, this is the week. I'm sure people will be watching it. There's no football this week. Hey, but don't forget that Senior Bowl if you want to watch some football this week. But yeah, I mean, let's face it. Anything that goes on from right now until next Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, it's all about Super Bowl. I know there's a billion college basketball plays or games going off this weekend, especially on Saturday, unless your game gets canceled like everyone else is during the pandemic. There's NBA. There's a great boxing match on Fox on Saturday. But let's face it. It's all about the Super Bowl, and it's all about not the game, but the Super Bowl betting prop bets. And it's funny how people know that I do prop bets for some books globally, and I do a lot of these prop bets, these entertainment stuff. It's going to be very interesting. I'm dying to find out this year's Super Bowl between Tom Brady and the new GOAT, if you want to call him, Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City and Tampa Bay. Will the prop bets hit 40% of the handle coming in this Super Bowl Sunday? It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. Now, to what you just said, what is the typical handle then on prop bets?
Geez, I remember when I first got started into this, it was about, I would think probably like 90-10 back in the day when I first started doing this back in the old MGM days where the sportsbook was right next to the EFX, and I would see Rick Springfield all the time of girls throwing other handkerchiefs or underwears at him. But now it's a totally different era. You know that live betting, prop bets, all this other stuff. We're projecting last year was about 70% side in total, 30% on prop bets. We're projecting this year anywhere between 35 and 37% of the handle coming in will be on prop bets. And if you don't live in the States, if you live somewhere else's, I mean, just globally books that will be carrying the entertainment stuff. I mean, it's the prop bets is where it is. And me and you both agree. You're not going to make $1 million on this game. I mean, the game is probably going to be sitting around 3.5 total, 56 and a half. But there is some value on prop bets, which people don't realize. There's a couple of good ones out there. There's a couple of bad ones out there. You just have to pick your poison.
Yeah, with Super Bowl 55 set with, as you mentioned, Tampa Bay and Kansas City, this is, of course, the quarterbacks are going to be the key storyline. But what's also interesting, though, is Kansas City has an opportunity to be the first team to repeat since 2003, 2004, which was New England. And who was their quarterback again? Oh, yeah, it was Tom Brady.
I knew that answer.
So there's going to be countless opportunities, as you mentioned, for bettors with props. The standard bets, of course, are going to be the side, total, money lines. But like I said, there's just so many other things to do. So I'll let you start off and hand out some advice as to what you think bettors should do for the Super Bowl.
Well, it's funny how you mentioned the two powerful names in this game, or the two quarterbacks. And I think if you're looking to bet prop bets and the quarterback prop bets, bet the quarterback that you think that's going to win the game. Why would you bet total touchdown passes thrown by Tom Brady, but you still like the Kansas City Chiefs? You're kind of second guessing yourself. There's some good value. If you like Tampa Bay, then you would maybe look at the over 2.5 prop, getting plus 140 that he's going to throw 3 touchdown passes. I would say if you're looking for money management during the Super Bowl, bet what you think who's going to win the game. I hate to tell people that all the time. Why would you bet Tom Brady prop bets if you're going to be cheering for the Kansas City Chiefs, or vice versa? Why would you be betting a whole bunch of Patrick Mahomes bet? But your big bet on the day is Tampa Bay plus the 3. So betting advice and money management advice, bet the prop bets that you think that team is going to win. Now, if you're going to look at field goals and kickers, then you try to look at what kind of tempo of the game. If you think it's going to be a lot of points scored in this game, then maybe look at the kicking prop bets over to total field goals 2.5, 1.5, 3.5. If you think a lot of points are going to be going, I always tell people, look at that Super Bowl sheet. It's very, very overwhelming. I know it's overwhelming when you get that Super Bowl sheet and there's pages after pages, might be a bibliography on the back or alphabetical order stuff on the back of it, and you get really confused. But just take a deep breath, look at the sheet, and if you like the Chiefs, then bet the Chiefs props. If you like Tampa Bay, bet the Tampa Bay props. Don't be all crazy where you have betting all over the place and you don't even know who to cheer for to try to enjoy the game.
That's great advice, Raphael, for sure on that. And one that I like people to follow, at least, is to set betting limits. For example, if you normally bet, let's just say $50 to $100 a game, okay, well, you got one game today for the Super Bowl. So with that being the case, stay within that limit. Now, if you then what you normally bet, say on a regular NFL Sunday or an NFL weekend, well, then you can do the same with the prop bets. Okay, spread them out. Okay, just don't get crazy on it. Stay within your limits. Raphael, we both have been to parties and different events where the liquid refreshments get flowing, and all of a sudden develops a little liquid courage, and some people then just start to get a little off the hook, and that's where trouble arises. Another one that, in terms of betting advice, don't do too many plays. Okay. I have seen countless times of people, they'll be on their phones, or if they'll have their computer up and they hit 3 or 4 prop bets, and all of a sudden they're just full of bravado. So now they want to start bumping up the limits, okay, which they know they shouldn't, but they still do. And all of a sudden they get on a losing streak, and all of a sudden Super Sunday turns into Super Sad Sunday. And so it's a terrible situation. So they need to avoid it. And so that'd be my thing. Don't make too many plays. Raphael, what else you got for us?
Yeah, I would guess, and one of the bigger prop bets is the Super Bowl MVP winner. And let's face it, most likely the quarterback will win those. But I think it's like 56% of the quarterbacks have won the MVP in all the Super Bowls. So if you're looking to bet some winners besides the quarterback, there is value. But again, space out your tickets. Don't put it all on Travis Kelce, who's 10-1, who's had a fantastic playoffs before. But spread them out. Maybe pick 2 or 3. Maybe, again, if you like the Buccaneers, then maybe bet Tom Brady at 2-1. Chris Goodwin, who can have a big game. That's Tom Brady. Seems like his favorite spot. Down the field at 28-1. And maybe if you really want to roll the dice, Leonard Fournette, who's had a fantastic run for Tampa Bay as of late. If he puts in 2 to 3 touchdowns in rushing, he's 12-1 to win the MVP. So I agree with your aspect. If you're going to bet the MVP, why would you bet both teams to win the MVP when you pretty much already know you're going to be second guessing yourself throughout the whole game? Super Bowl is not all. I tell people it's not all about just making that almighty dollar and say that you're the greatest Super Bowl handicapper in the world. Super Bowl is an enjoyment day. It's almost like a holiday of beyond holidays. You go to parties. You said it, liquid gold. I wish I could drink that liquid gold, but I have to grade betting prop bets the whole time I'm watching the game, so I can't. But enjoy the game. Why would you want to sit there and watch a game with a million betting prop bets and just being discouraged? Super Bowl, enjoy the commercials, enjoy the halftime show. Maybe make some money so Monday you can buy someone's college basketball plays or NBA plays or NHL plays. Don't just shoot for the home run on Super Bowl Sunday, because sometimes it's not just there. Maybe try to make some extra coin and try to build it up on the next day on Monday when you have big Monday college basketball plays or NBA or NHL or English Premier League soccer that's going on there. Super Bowl is not all about them making that almighty dollar. You said it, spread it out. Money management is huge when it comes to Super Bowl betting prop bets.
Well, Raphael, if I didn't know any better, I would have swore to God that you got all my notes, because pretty much exactly what you just said is exactly what I had next. So yeah, to your exact point, have fun. Okay, that's what this is about. This is the Super Bowl is an American tradition. Okay, it's about getting together with friends, and this year is going to be different. There's going to be fewer people in the room, but you can still connect, whether it be Zoom, whether it be texting, all of those types of things, and going back and forth. So have fun with what you're doing. Use the disposable income that you have and that you set aside to make it work. And you know what? As soon as the game's over, as Raphael just said, on Monday, there's going to be football, there's going to be basketball. I'm sorry, there's going to be basketball, there's going to be hockey, and there's going to be soccer. And those are all going to be right there. And you can get right back being Mr. Serious again, or Miss Serious, if you will, and go at it.
I couldn't agree more. Like I said, sports gambling is going to go on the next day. I mean, there's still going to be hoops and pucks on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And maybe one of these days we'll see the CFL come back or the arena football where we can have more football after the Super Bowl. But hey, you know what? I'm just glad I get to watch a Super Bowl. And that's another thing. Just be lucky that we're watching a Super Bowl this year. Because if you would have asked me last March, will we be watching Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes play a Super Bowl, I might be scratching my head and say, I don't know. Ask me a month later.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. We were quite fortunate that this somehow came together and made it all the way through. So there you have it. There's some free betting advice and tips for the Super Bowl. Raphael and I will both have selections as he talked about, and we'll both either the side or total and some prop bets on the Chiefs and the Buccaneers, and also so will many other Doc's handicappers. Now, if you've never been to docsports.com, look for the red rectangular box that says free $60 sign up. Go right there. You can sign up, get $60 of free plays from either myself, from Raphael, or any of the Doc's handicapping experts. The process is simple, it's easy, and you can make it happen today.